Ladies and gentlemen, rev your engines and get ready to witness the ultimate showdown between two automotive titans. In one corner, we have the sleek and sporty 2023 Honda Civic, and in the other corner, the stylish and sophisticated Mazda 3. Who will come out on top? Spoiler alert, it's an easy choice. Buckle up and join us as we compare these two beauties from top to bottom and discover which one is the clear winner. Let's hit the road and see what these babies are made of. Let's start off with the interior, because the insides matter the most, right? Mazda sure knows how to pamper its passengers. The 3's cabin is dripping with posh materials, and you can add all kinds of fancy gadgets to either the sedan or the hatchback. But let's be real, the coolest features are reserved for the top-tier models. If you're rolling in the dough, go for the ones with the head-up display, heated seats, and leather upholstery. Of course, even the lower-level trims still have comfy seats for your butt to rest on. If you're into hatchbacks, the Mazda 3 is a solid choice, except for one thing. The rear visibility on the curvy version is kind of lacking. But don't worry, you can still store all your stuff in the nifty interior cubbies. And if you're packing for a trip, go for the sedan instead of the hatchback. It can fit one whole extra carry-on bag in the trunk. And if you fold down the seats, you'll have enough space for a whopping 16 bags. Honda really outdid itself with the honeycomb-patterned mesh dashboard. It's so sleek and fancy, and the air vents are practically invisible. Plus, there's tons of room for your road trip snacks in the console. And according to Honda, the passenger space is basically the same, but the cargo area is even bigger. When it comes to interior space, the 2023 Civic is a boss. It's slightly roomier than the Mazda 3, with both the sedan and the hatchback versions offering a whopping 99 cubic feet of passenger space. If you're all about storage space, the Civic sedan is where it's at. It can hold up to 14.8 cubic feet of your junk in the trunk, beating out the Mazda 3 sedan's measly 13.2 cubic feet. But if you're more of a hatchback kind of person, the Civic has got you covered too. It can hold a maximum load of 24.5 cubic feet, while the Mazda 3 hatchback falls short with only 20.1 cubic feet of space. Now let's talk about warranties. Both the Civic and the Mazda 3 have decent coverage, with a 3-year or 36,000-mile basic warranty and a 5-year or 60,000-mile powertrain warranty. But the Civic pulls ahead with its free maintenance program, giving you 2 whole years or around 24,000 miles of coverage. Plus, the Civic is more reliable than the Mazda 3, with an 82 out of 100 rating from J.D. Power, compared to the Mazda 3's 77 out of 100. Alright, now it's time for the exterior. Well, looks like the Civic's new exterior design is causing quite a stir in the automotive world. Some people love it, some people hate it, and some people are just plain confused by it. But fear not, my dear friend, because we at Motor Future are definitely feeling the love for the new look. I mean, have you seen those headlights? They're positively NSX-tastic. And that bar that runs across the grille? It's like an automotive equivalent of a power tie. It just screams, I mean business. But that's not all. The Civic's got some seriously muscular lines going on. The hood's edges are so sharp they could probably cut a cake. And those flared fenders don't even get us started. We're pretty sure they could double as wings if the Civic ever needs to take flight. And let's talk about those cutouts in the fascia. They may be blocked off, but they're still pretty impressive. We're pretty sure that they could channel air to the brakes like nobody's business. And those circular fog lights, adorable. We just want to pinch their little cheeks. And don't even get us started on the little air dam. It's like the cherry on top of an already delicious sundae. That mesh pattern, perfection. It's like the Civic's front end was designed by a master weaver. Mazda 3 is taking a different approach to design than its counterpart, like the Honda Civic. Instead of going for the traditional look of artificial corner air intakes and muscular features, the Mazda 3 is all about sleekness and subtlety. Take, for example, the newest grille design from Mazda. It's low and unobtrusive, which contributes to the Mazda 3's overall length and gives it a sense of sophistication that the Civic just can't match. Of course, both cars feature stylish headlights, but let's be real here. Most people would agree that the Honda has the better headlight design. The Civic's fog lights are recessed into the fascia, and there's a small, elegant air dam below the grille that adds some flair to the front end. But that's not to say the Mazda 3's headlights aren't on point. With their perfectly matched lens configuration and grille surround, they're unquestionably aesthetic. It's just a different kind of aesthetic than what you get with the Civic. But it's all a waste if the performance ain't good. Let's see what's good there. And now it's time for the showdown. Rev up your engines, folks, because we're talking about performance. The 2023 Honda Civic and the Mazda 3 are both packing some serious power under the hood, but let's take a closer look at what each of them has to offer. Starting with the base model of the Honda Civic, you've got two engine options to choose from. The 2-liter 4-cylinder engine pumps out a respectable 158 horsepower, while the turbocharged 1.5-liter 4-cylinder engine cranks it up to 180 horsepower. It may not be the fastest car on the road, but with a 0 to 60 time of 7.5 seconds, it's certainly quick enough for your daily commute. And if you're looking for a little more oomph, the sporty Civic Si comes with a 1.5-liter turbocharged engine that can hit 60 miles an hour in just 6.6 seconds. But if you really want to feel the power, you've got to go for the Civic Type R. This hot hatch is a beast with a turbocharged 2-liter 4-cylinder engine that cranks out a whopping 315 horsepower. It can go from 0 to 60 in just 5.3 seconds, leaving the competition in the dust. Over on the Mazda 3 side of things, you've got two engine options as well. The 2.5-liter 4-cylinder engine at the base of the range makes a respectable 191 horsepower. But if you want to feel the full force of the Mazda 3's power, you've got to opt for the turbocharged version. With up to 250 horsepower under the hood, this car can hit 60 miles per hour in well under 6 seconds. Mazda 3 offers an optional all-wheel drive system, which the Honda Civic doesn't have. But when it comes to maximum horsepower output, the Civic Type R still reigns supreme. Let's talk about gas mileage, shall we? The Mazda 3 has a pretty good fuel economy, with its base sedan model getting up to 28 miles per gallon in the city and 37 miles per gallon on the highway. However, if you're going for the turbocharged hatchback model with all-wheel drive, you might want to consider bringing some extra gas money, as it only gets around 23 miles per gallon in the city and 31 miles per gallon on the highway. Now, if you want to talk about impressive gas mileage, the Honda Civic is where it's at. The mid-range EX model gets ratings of 33 miles per gallon in the city, 42 miles per gallon on the highway, and a combined 36 miles per gallon. Plus, during a highway gas mileage test, the Civic Sport hatchback delivered an impressive 36 miles per gallon. But, my folks, ain't it also important to see the budget? Well, shall we then? Which compact car will drain your wallet more, the Mazda 3 or the Honda Civic? Well, hold on to your hats, because the Mazda 3's price tag is like a roller coaster ride. It starts at $23,550 and goes all the way up to $35,300. That's enough to make your bank account scream louder than a toddler on a sugar rush. So, is the Mazda 3 worth it? You betcha! It's got a base engine with more horsepower than the Civic, and you can even opt for all-wheel drive. Perfect for when you need to navigate those treacherous mountain roads, or you just want to feel like a rally driver. Plus, with its great fuel economy, you can save a few bucks to treat yourself to some extra guac on your burrito. And let's not forget about the free maintenance plan. You'll be able to keep that baby running smoothly without breaking the bank. So, if you want a dependable, powerful car with a little bit of a wild ride, go for the Mazda 3. Your bank account might hate you, but your heart will be racing with joy. You can't go wrong with either of these cars, as they both offer you style, comfort, and sportiness. However, you should also check out our comparison between the 2023 Mazda 3 and the Toyota Corolla. Click the video on your screen to see which of these two we think is the best.